Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? Hello, Facebook. How are you doing? Hello, Instagram. How are you doing? It is a full house tonight. I love it. With social media, this like amazing platform to be able to connect with people while we all stay indoors and keep warm. Hello, Cancun, Mex Construction, which I know who you are. I hope you're doing well. I'm sure you guys are all keeping nice and warm down in Mexico. Miss those Cancun days. So my name is Corinne Clapham. I am a transformational wellness coach, and I utilize a lot of different natural modalities within the coaching. Really, that's just an umbrella term that I use, because really, I really focus on the inner healing, so that way we can clear the blocks so that people can be able to achieve the goals that they truly desire. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Hey Ruth, hey Cynthia, how are you guys doing? Good timing on stepping on. So I just wanted to come on every Monday. I try to come on and just speak some words of like messages and what I feel is coming through for the main collective. And then of course we do the angel card readings and get some additional wisdom from there. Okay, so I have my glasses on. I don't need to wear them very often. I actually hardly ever wear them. It's more just when I'm reading or like when I'm driving so I can see the signs from far away. But I decided to put it on today because I thought maybe I wouldn't have to lean in so close every time to read the comments. So that way you don't get like this all of a sudden big close up of my face. So let's see this. Let's try it out and see how this works. Okay, so first and foremost, before we move on, I want to talk about yesterday. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing? I love the wave. Let me wave back to you. So I want to talk about yesterday for a quick moment here. So yesterday was March 3rd, and I really want to share this, share what that symbolizes in numerology. And I'm just going to read this wonderful post that someone so very simplistically, is that a word? Did I just make that up? Either way, I know you all know what I'm trying to say. So March 3rd, 2019, yesterday. So March is a third month and it was a third day. And in numerology, so if you take 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12. And then when you break that down, 1 plus 2 equals 3. So therefore it's 333. Now, before I even read on about that, numbers, I feel like carry such beautiful vibrations and energy and messages in it in itself. And put it in the comments below if you see a certain number reoccurring all the time. And put that number down there, share it. I know for me, I see 1111s all the time, for sure. 111s all the time. 911, I see a lot. And lately, the past couple of months, I've been seeing like a lot of triples. So like 222, like I said, 111, 333, 444, 555, and they all have messages in them. And so if you start to see a reoccurring number, like really that is your angels. That is another way that they are trying to communicate with you in a way that you may understand. So if you want to know more specifically what each number means, what I suggest is you can always Google it and just feel out which resource within it really resonates with you. I love, I think it's called Sacred something. It'll come up in the Google feed, but I always love that one. And it's really great to read what they are trying to say, because really that is like, it is the other side, or like, non-physical forms way of communicating and saying you're on track. And so ones actually are the highest vibration. So when you see 111s, 1111, that is like, that's major. And I think when we see the triples and of like 333, 444s, they're more, whatever that three, let's take 333 for example, 3, whatever that is, when you see it tripled, it's like tripled in its potency in terms of what the message is and what the energy is. So I hope that is some news for you guys. Let me just take a sip of my tea before I read you about 333, which was yesterday, and it's so good. Like I have some good news for you in this. So hold on, let me just take a sip here. I was getting a little dehydrated. So delicious, mint tea, my favorite. So yesterday, March 3rd, 2019, boils down to 333. So the meaning of this, the past 3 months are now firmly behind you, and the next 3 months will bring you huge blessings, good luck, and fortune. Like, hello, is that not amazing? I know I'm pretty stoked and excited about that because actually the past 3 months have been quite intense. I know for a lot of people, I know for some of my clients, I know from just in general from other people, I know from myself. So I am totally ready to just step into a whole new vibration. And I talked a little bit about this in a past video as well. Like sometimes when we are going through ascension or we're shifting and changing into a different vibration, a different stage in our life, then a lot of things do need to change, right? In our inner world and also in our external world. So sometimes when we're going through those transitions, it can be quite daunting or it can just feel like your whole world is turning upside down. But really, it's because you have to clear out all that inner stuff. And I don't want to get too much into that because I did talk about in the last video, but just know like sometimes we need to clear out the crap in order to get into a way cleaner space. It's exactly like when we're cleaning our home, right? If we're cleaning our closet or our apartment, we're taking out everything from our closet or taking things out, and then we sort out these different piles. And there's always this period of time when we're cleaning and organizing when things look more messier than it did to begin with, but that's part of the process. And then, after we've sorted out everything, organized, and realized what we want and don't want, what we're going to get rid of, that's when things start to take shape and we've created more space and we've gotten more organized and we've gotten more clear. So that also happens in our inner world as well. So going back to this 333, your mental, physical, and spiritual health are all divinely protected, and your mind, body, and spirit are in full alignment. You have gone through major transformation. Your hard work is paying off, and you are ready for an exciting new start. Let go of all negativity, positive change is coming. This is a new chapter with effortless manifestation. So pay attention to signs and synchronicities and let your intuition lead the way. And like I said, through numbers, when we see that, that's one of many ways that we may see signs. I know for me, dimes is like a really big one. And feathers. And so maybe you guys also have something as well where either your own spirit guides or your angels communicate with you. And if you do, go ahead and share it in the comments below. Okay, so is that not good news or what? I love that. I gave a lot of hope when I read that earlier today. I was like, yes, I am so ready for this. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to share is sometimes we feel like we need to do so many drastic things in order to get very drastic results. And then sometimes we can get too much in the masculine energy. And just quickly, let me describe and explain that for those who don't know. First of all, whether you're a female or a male, we all have masculine energy and we all have feminine energy. And so masculine energy can be a very like go, 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 very like action oriented, and then feminine energy can be more like just in the flow and really like embodying its own essence and softness. And so they're both very important aspects to having characteristics and energies to embody. And really, once we get more aware of it and mindful of it, we're able to play with those energies a little bit more. So we're able to utilize them when they'll best serve us. So for example, if you're an entrepreneur or a teacher or in a career where your position, you have to lead, obviously like more masculine energy would probably be very beneficial in that. And so, but sometimes even like if we're manifesting and whatnot, if we're too much in that, it can actually like, the word it clog up the flow comes to mind. I really don't like that word, but you get what I'm saying. It can kind of like slow things down. So if we kind of let go of the control and let go of the constant action and doing, and just like really step into our energy and just to really be able to trust and to allow things to fall in place the way it should be, rather than trying to control it, then um, that's when like miracles and magic can happen. And I say miracles and magic, but it's like this is something that is for everyone. It's not like only certain people get this. It's all a matter of really just being in the vibration and your mindset with it. So the main point that I want to talk about tonight is, yeah, even like doing the smallest steps can really have really big results. And I think sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to just we feel like we have to do so much all the time. And really like what inspired me to like want to share this is that I want you to think about your home. I want you to think about your home, where you live right now, or even your office. Choose one of those. And like, is there an area in it where you feel it doesn't get a lot of attention? Like it just doesn't, you don't notice it that much. It's just like it doesn't get that much love or attention, that you don't really utilize that space, whatever it is. And, sometimes it's a matter of just like moving our furniture around or adding something in that corner. And it can make such a huge difference. And we may think it doesn't, but it can. And I know this because I have a bed and I have a bedside table. Actually, I have two bedside tables and I have like a salt lamp on one side. But when I like to read, it's a little too dark. So I was like, well, why don't I just put a lamp that's there? I had an extra lamp, anyways. And so the other day I decided to put it on the other side. And I can't stop staring at this corner anymore. Like it's so beautiful. I have really nice, like red curtains that are there. And with the light on at night, and the red curtains, it's like all I did was put one lamp in there and turned on the light. And the whole room just has this complete different energy. Like as soon as I walk in it, I mean, I already liked it when I used to walk in it, but it's this extra level of like just inspiration and joy and comfort when I walk in there. And as soon as I see that light and that lamp and the way it lights up this red curtain, it's like it's so vibrant and beautiful. And maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I just like, because I do notice I notice things like that. Like I can't help it. I love fashion and interior decor. But so maybe for some people they would never notice that. But try it. Like whatever it is that you were thinking about in your home when I asked you to. See what you can do with that. What can you do to make it more um what can you put there that you can start using it? Maybe you can even set up your altar there, or like your meditation corner, or your meditation section, or your writing section, or maybe you can move some furniture, like whatever it is, like have fun with it. And it doesn't have to be big or major. You don't have to go out and spend money on it. Like I said, I just put a lamp that I already had laying around the house and put it there, and it's made such a huge difference. So sometimes just the smallest things can really make a huge difference. And that goes for any element in our life. Like that is just, we're just talking about our home, our outer home. But think about what you can do for your inner home that could be such a small thing that you implement in your day that will have such big results over time, right? So again, like with a lot of my clients, if they're new to meditation, I always say like just start with 2 minutes. Start with 2 minutes, and if you decide to do more, then you do more. That's a bonus. But at least you made it an achievable bite-sized goal that you know you're going to be able to do every single day. Right? Sounds good. My throat is like a little dry, so I'm going to have some more tea. And then we're going to draw an angel card. And it's going to be amazing. Okay. So I know everybody's pretty quiet on here so far because I don't see any comments coming in. But someone speak up. Do you want to get a card reading from the red pack, which is Call It Barons? Call It Baron Reads, or the Saints and Angels? And this is by Doreen Virtue. Anyone? Anyone going to put in the comments what you're digging? Okay, I'm going with this one. During virtue. Perfect. Okay, so let's see what divine message we have for this week moving forward. If there's something in particular in your life that you want to get a little bit more insight in, you can go ahead and ask that. Ruth said angel. Yeah, good call. Good call, Ruth. That's what we got. The saints and angels. And so it's not so much yes or no questions that we're going to ask because we want them to be a little bit more open-ended, but perhaps there's either an area of your life, whether it's like finances, business, romance, relationships, that you want some guidance on, or perhaps it's a particular situation. Otherwise, I'm going to put the intention what divine message will best serve us for this week. Okay, so let's just start by, if you're able to close your eyes, go ahead and do so. And if you're really driving, I don't even know if people really listen to Facebook Lives while they're driving, but if you're in a situation where your eyes shouldn't be closed or it just doesn't feel safe to, that's cool. Just come back and watch the replay. If you're on Instagram, you can always come back to the replays on my Facebook page, which is Inner Paradise with Corinne Clapham. Corinne with 1 R, 2 N's. Okay, everybody get nice and comfortable and seated. And let's just take 3 grounding breaths. So 1 breath in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Another nice deep inhale in, exhaling out. Another nice deep inhale in. Beautiful. So just go ahead and put your intention on what you want to get more insight on. In the meantime, I'm going to shuffle. Please give us divine guidance that will best serve all those who are here in the video and all those who will be joining the replay at any point in time. What best divine guidance will serve us? Okay. It is guided to pick 3 cards. Okay. So generally with 3 cards, it's like the first card is more so like the past, and then the second card is the present, and then the third is more so the future. So the first one is emotions. And I know a lot of people have been feeling like we were just even talking earlier the last three months. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Good timing. We just pulled some cards. So the first one is emotions. And it's been an extremely emotional time for a lot of people. There's been a lot of shifts and changes going on the past couple of months. So be very gentle with yourself through it. Do things that are going to help and nurture you. Like allow yourself to feel what's coming up. I'm so sorry, Instagram. I just got low battery. We'll see how long this goes. But like I said, you can always go on Facebook, Inner Paradise with Corinne Clapham. So it's important to use discernment. So there's times where we can really allow the emotions to come up and out, and that's a way of release. And then sometimes we feel like we need to shift, like we need to push it down. So you don't really want to do that, right? So you want to honor the emotions that are coming up. And generally you'll feel it for 5 minutes or so, and then you'll kind of feel it dissipate a bit. So honor yourself and honor the emotions. Sometimes the emotions just want to be felt. Sometimes they just want to be heard. Sometimes they just want to be acknowledged. And generally they come from somewhere as well. So you can always ask, okay, what was it that caused this emotion? What brought this emotion up? And sometimes what I find very helpful to remember is, if it's a situation with someone else that really upsets you, there's a couple of things to think about here. Sometimes our mind can start to create stories. And sometimes if we feel an emotion, what the mind and the ego naturally wants to do right away is create a story around it and why we're feeling that way. So really start to ask yourself questions when you're going through this, like, why am I feeling the sadness? Okay, it's this. Okay, is this really what happened? Or maybe is there a potential I could be misinterpreting it? So just start to really ask yourself all these different questions. And then from there, we can always find more insight about it. And one thing to always remember is that mostly everybody's doing the best they can with the tools they have at that time, right? So never to really take things personal. So that's emotions. So let that out. And then the other one is don't compromise. Don't compromise. So, and I feel like some people may struggle with this because, well, okay, there's a couple of reasons that I'm feeling here that are coming up for people here. So, um, I think people who, how do I say this? Like, are pleasers, it can be very tough because they feel like if they speak up for what they want, it might rock the boat and they don't want confrontation. And for other people, they may have belief systems that are there that if we ask for what we want, or if we do this, then maybe we're being too picky or high maintenance. And a lot of these words may come from your head because it came from somewhere in your past, right? From someone else. And the thing is like, we can't take things too personal what other people are saying because that's their own stuff. That's their own perception. And that perception that they decided to have is from their own stuff, right? I just want to read a comment here. So Shelly says, I'm great. How are you? I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. I had that same issue last week. Had to analyze why I was feeling a certain way about a certain situation. Took a long time to figure it out. Yeah, so you're probably talking about the emotions. But that's awesome that you are asking about it and inquiring about it. And there's a difference between asking and being like, I wonder where this came from. Like if we can almost step back a little bit as an observer rather than being in the thick of it and really having emotions tied in it. And I know that can be really hard sometimes not to feel that. But if we can actually take a step back more so as an observer without any attachment, without feeling anything personal, then we can kind of see things in a different perspective. I I feel like I'm using this uh, analyzation or this. Okay, what I want to say is like if you think about a Monet painting, when you're up close, everything just looks so blotchy and smeared. But when we take a step back, we're able to see that full picture. So we can use that metaphor in so many different ways. But in this aspect here, it's like if we're too much right into our emotions. Sometimes it looks like that everything is just smears and it doesn't make sense, but when we take a step back and we come more as an observer and without as much like not as much attachment to it, then we can be able to separate it and be able to see it more. um, and everything is to be done with discernment, right? Because some people can spin too much with the whys and the hows, and sometimes that stuff doesn't even matter. Sometimes it's just like we need to step it up, know what our values and our morals are, and know what we want, and in our power to be able to voice that. It's not even just, I don't mean power in a very aggressive way, but because that word I think has been misused a lot. Now some of us have this negative connotation around what power is and what it looks like, but really stepping into our self-worth and being able to step into what we really desire in life and not settle for less, right? Okay. Hold on, give me a second. I feel like I'm picking up something else. If you're having difficulties with really speaking up for what you want, start to ask yourself, where is that coming from? Because that's a belief system, right? So where did that come from? And have you always felt that way? Like, how does it make you feel to desire a certain thing? What kind of self-talk comes in your head? Is it like, oh no, I can't have this, or like this person may think that of me, or like start to observe what thoughts are coming up because that'll give you a good indication of what belief systems might be there. And then you can ask yourself, well, is this really my belief system? Like, where did this belief system come from? And most of the time, it's not even our own belief systems. A lot of the times, it's actually things that we picked up from either our parents, maybe at school, maybe on TV, society, social media. So really look into that. And if it's a belief system you don't want to carry, just say, I no longer carry it. You can almost imagine it dissipating out from you and then replace it with a new healthy belief. So I am worthy of having what I truly desire. And it is my perfect right to speak for what I would like and what I want. Okay, so the third one is healing. And I feel like um, I feel like I feel like last year a lot of people were going through a lot of healing, like I mean on an intense level. And I feel like there was a lot of people that were waking up more on a conscious level. And I feel like there was even a wave before that. And so I feel like even February, January was another wave where a lot of people were going through things. So healing, like use things to support you in that. When you feel like you're really going through a downward spiral, yes, things in life can trigger that and spin it off, but also it can be a really good barometer for us to indicate that maybe we've kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. And what I mean by that is maybe we're not as into our daily practices as much as we could be. And what I mean by daily practice is something that makes you feel good, something that connects you with yourself again, something that connects you with source and your higher self again. And when we're in that place, we feel more grounded rather than, being in the midst of the storm or the tornado. We can be a lot more grounded in it and not be as easily affected. And we can see with more clarity and we can hear that guidance with ourselves. Um, Says Ruth sent a request to be in your live video. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. So healing. Yes, it's such a crucial time to be doing that. Even for myself, I've had to like step that up a bit more. So whether it's just going out for fresh air, I find that helps so much. I know it's winter and it's cold out there, but even just going for 5 minutes makes a huge difference. Um, my essential oils, I love, love, love my essential oils. I've been doing that. My crystals, I love. And sometimes I sleep with my crystals. I have a lot of different crystals. There's a lot to know about them. And, I don't even know what all of them do, but intuitively I'll feel like, oh, like these ones are speaking out to me, or these ones want to sleep with me today. And I just trust whichever ones speak out at that time is what I need. Especially for my Reiki clients, usually before they come, I'll intuitively be guided in which ones would best serve them. And so I've been doing that. I know some people will like keep a crystal in their bra or in their pants or in their purse. Um, the thing is, sometimes we forget they're there. Like I'll tell you, when I'm sleeping, I'll just like move a blanket at night, and all of a sudden a crystal goes flying across the room. Even last night, I had like 3 crystals on my blanket. I forgot about it. Got up to go to the bathroom, and like 2 of them shot out somewhere. But I always trust when that happens too. It lands exactly where it needs to. So I had a clear quartz, which is really good for helping to extract any negative energy. And it landed perfectly underneath my bed, perfectly in the center underneath my bed. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there. I trust that it needs to be there. And I feel like that's perfect. It's like literally, it's almost like it's helping to bring out anything that I'm releasing. And then I've had it in my pants before too, but then you go to the bathroom and then it like shoots out sometimes. So anyways, I'm just giving you a little warning. If you decide to do that, you've got to try and remember they're there. What else helps? Epsom salt baths. I love listening to music, singing, writing, journaling, painting, hanging out with a friend that you tend to feed off each other in terms of inspiring each other. You may not want to hang out with a friend where you tend to complain a lot, because that may not be always serving either. Reading a book, watching, what really helps me when I feel like really down is actually watching stand-up comedy. Like just being able to turn your vibration around, your energy around, and to be able to laugh can really do wonders. Even just putting on a smile on your face can really shift and change how your energy is. Audible is an amazing thing. I love Audible. I like to listen to books while I'm on the go. So, in times where you can't physically be reading, when you're walking or taking transit or whatnot, I'll listen to Audible. There's so many different things. If there's something that I've not said yet that you love doing that helps you to shift back into that vibration, put it in the comments below because then people can check it out later and it might spark another idea for someone that could really help them. Another thing is having plants around are really good. That helps to also absorb any EMF and any toxins, any stuff from our technology. Plants are really good for that. Cactuses are really good for that. Spider plants are really good for that. I always recommend to my clients who work in offices or near, they're in offices with all these computers everywhere. It's nice to have one of those. I had a Reiki student. She messaged me not too long ago. She texted me not too long ago, and she was saying how she's like, yeah, I remember that time that you felt inclined to share to have a cactus at my office table. She's around a lot of computers. She's like, well, my husband got me one for Valentine's Day, and I was bringing it to work. Was the next day, and there was a car that was there, and he didn't look before driving, and he almost hit her, but he hit the bag that had the cactus in it. As soon as he hit that, he realized there was someone there. So anyways, it was very interesting. These things can help in so many different ways, let me tell you. So she was okay, just so you know. And actually her cactus was okay too. She sent me a photo of it at her desk. I'm like, oh my God, it's perfectly intact still. So that can really help a lot. And then again, there's other crystals that you can carry around that can help. A lot of people keep their cell phones in their pockets all the time. I see girls that put it in their bras and I don't know. I personally, you go how you feel, but to be honest, for me, my cell phone, I find I can feel it. I can feel the energy from it. I can't even having the phone right up to my ear talking to someone. I can't really do it. It hurts my ear. It's I feel something not right. And so I don't know, maybe not have it too close to you all the time. Even if I'm on my bed and I have my phone there, I actually put my phone on a pillow. If I use my laptop, I always have a pillow underneath it in between. Those are just things that I found that helped. But anyways, I hope the wisdom of tonight has helped you in some capacity and the angel cards as well. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing week. And like I said, it looks like we're rolling into a whole new vibration for the next 3 months, which is amazing. We're also going into Mercury in retrograde tomorrow, by the way, till I believe March 28th. It's nothing to fear, but let me just read one comment for her. Shelly says, my dog is awesome and yes, okay, so she's sharing something that really helps her. My dog is awesome and makes me feel great and calm. She's also attuned to her second level Reiki. Also awesome. I love it. Shelly took Reiki with me in Kingston, Gananoque. And so she specializes in more animal Reiki. Her and another Reiki student of mine, Hannah, they're both, I just feel like that's their calling. This is their soul's purpose in this lifetime, to work with animals. But animals are really great and their energies are amazing. And actually, thank you for sharing that, Shelly, because that reminds me sometimes, this may sound super cheesy to some of you guys, but sometimes on Instagram, I'll actually look at little videos of puppies or kittens. And I can tell you, when you're feeling sad or upset and you see these most adorable, cute, funny little videos of them, it really can shift and change your energy that, let me tell you. So I highly suggest next time, if you ever feel down, just look it up, little puppy kittens. And oh my God, it's adorable. Ruth says, I put my cell phone on flight mode at night. Yeah, that's another really good tip. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? Thanks for signing on. Yeah, that's a really good tip. Last night, my battery was running out on my cell phone, and right away we feel like we got to go get our charger and charge it up. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to actually, I always listen to music to help me sleep. So I was like, I'm just going to let the music play until the phone goes out. And it was kind of nice. It was nice because there's a part of me that's like, well, oh no, what if I wake up and I need to know what time it is? And I like to know what time it is right away. But it's like, it's letting go of all that. It's just letting go. All right. Have an amazing, amazing week, everybody. And we will talk soon. All right. So bye for now, YouTube and stream. Bye for now, Instagram. And bye for now, Facebook. Love you all. Take care. Okay. Yes. Can we take a